So let's talk about some of the components of TNI, Targeted Nutritional Intervention, and what they are used for. The foundational supplement for TNI is the Nutrivene Daily Antioxidant Formula. This product contains vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and other things in specific amounts and ratios appropriate for gene manipulation or modulation in Down syndrome. It has things in there to help support the methylation cycle, which is greatly altered due to CBS overexpression. There's things in there to help upregulate catalase, which will offset the overexpression of SOD1. There's amino acids in there to feed collagen 6, which the Colvia gene is one of the ones that's overexpressed in Down syndrome as well. So there's several different things in there that are hitting on multiple genes that are being overexpressed. It's not exactly a multivitamin, even though it has vitamins and minerals in it. It is more designed specifically for gene manipulation, specific to the biochemical needs in trisomy 21. Your child still may need additional vitamins or minerals or amino acids to offset other deficiencies not related to trisomy 21, and it's best to work with a doctor that understands biochemistry of Down syndrome to figure out specifically what your child needs. Unfortunately, Nutrivene alone is not enough to offset all of the genes that are overexpressing in Down syndrome. That's why we have the polyphenol complex. Polyphenol complex consists of resveratrol, EGCG, PQQ, and it also has some glutathione, vitamin C, and CoQ10 in it. Resveratrol is a phytonutrient that's involved in downregulating something called microRNA 155, which contributes to leaky blood-brain barrier as well as the shortened lifespan of Down syndrome. So by adding resveratrol, we're going to be working on something called telomeres, which is greatly going to expand the lifespan of people with Down syndrome. EGCG downregulates a gene called DYRK1A, which is involved in the cognitive, learning, and memory deficits often seen in Down syndrome. This one is being downregulated so people have better working memory, better cognition, better brain function with that gene downregulated. PQQ works on the overexpression of the RCAN1 gene. This also has to deal with calcium channels, but PQQ is a really great peroxynitrate and free radical scavenger. It helps to stimulate the mitochondria to make new mitochondria and protect the mitochondria that are existing, and it does it in a way that does not upregulate SOD1, so it's a really, really valuable nutrient. There's a little bit of extra CoQ10 to have a better balance with the PQQ, a little bit of vitamin C, and a little bit of glutathione in there as well. For people that are just starting off with TNI and are doing it with very young infants, it's sometimes easier to do the individual components of resveratrol, green tea, glutathione, and EGCG. That way you can regulate the dose much more tighter for those with much smaller weights and titrate it up slowly. And then when you get them at a level where they can then switch over to the polyphenol complex, then that's what a lot of families do. Nutrivene also has some digestive enzymes, as many people with Down syndrome do not produce enough digestive enzymes, and when this happens, you're not going to be able to break down your food appropriately and absorb your nutrients appropriately. And if you don't break down your food well, then you're more likely to develop things like inflammation in the gut and leaky gut syndrome, which can then contribute to allergies and all sorts of other immune issues. So digestive enzymes can be a part of the protocol. There's the Nutrivene nighttime formula, which has the precursors for growth hormone and melatonin, serotonin in it. As you know, many children with Down syndrome have growth hormone deficiency, so this provides the amino acids to help make that hormone. And many children with Down syndrome are low in serotonin and have issues with their sleep. And so there's nutrients in there to help with serotonin production as well. So that, in a nutshell. We also have essential fatty acids, either from fish oil or from algae. We want good levels of EPA and DHA, especially DHA early on, because that's a critical nutrient for brain and nervous system development. That's also part of the TNI protocol. So that, in a nutshell, is what those nutrients are and what they're for. And for more detailed information, go ahead and read some of the information provided.